Okay, here we have 3 little motors that we're gonna burn up. 3 little 130 motors. And we're gonna blow them up with 58.8 volts DC from our trusty electric scooter charger. Over here, on the other hand, I have a 3-volt cordless motor I've burnt before. It wasn't very exciting. There's a hole over here, right here, so you could see what happens. It just sparked a little, and so you can see the brushes failed pretty interestingly. It's got a 4 on it. I wonder what that means. Here's rotors. You can see they're entirely cordless, but there is some damage to the coil. There's some scarce black patches on it, which are where the coil has burned. It does smell a bit like burning, but it's very faint. Here's inside. That's just its shaft. Anyways, we're gonna blow it up. As you can see, because this rotor is built this way, it doesn't need any support in the lid and the end cap, so it just had a little hole where you could see it was covered by a white sticker that said QC. But anyways, enough about that. It's time to put these motors on the electric chair and kill them with high voltage. I have 3 different motors, so there might be 3 different ways I can burn them. I'm not going to try any overload experiments because mainly I just want to overvolt them as is. Our voltage is at the lowest and it's off, so they should not spark to life as soon as I connect this. Lifting up the terminals tabs just a bit so you can connect that to there. As you can see, these alligator clips have definitely gone through a lot in their lives. From serving as makeshift brushes for this DC motor model, it's still warm, although I've operated it but maybe around 5 minutes ago. I didn't do it anymore because it started throwing sparks, and you know, it wasn't burning or anything, it was just throwing sparks. Anyways, but enough chatter. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna lift that tab just a little bit more. We're going to connect that, and then we're going to turn the motor on and burn it. So, of course, this time I'm going to start the voltage slowly, starting at low voltage. If you're on a cell phone, you might want to turn the camera around because I'm going to be recording it like this. Wait, it's shifting. Oh man, that one has to be the most exciting small motor burnout ever. That one threw off a lot of smoke, and it got warm. It didn't get hot. It just got warm. All right. That was a pretty interesting burnout. Moving on. Motor number 2. Here's a little fun fact about these 130 motors while I set everything up. You know, in toys, whenever you open them up and you no longer see 140 motors being used anymore, it's 130 motors, and there's actually a reason for that. Normally, it's for cost cutting because 130 motors, as you can see, they're smaller, they're cheaper. And also, because they're smaller, they occupy less space, so they can make the toy's motor holder a lot smaller. But anyways, here on to the next motor. Aww, what was that? That wasn't exciting at all. Did you see that? It just did that a little. This one's also warm, but it's cooler than the other one. They're really not. They're really not uncomfortably hot by far. They're like, this one's pretty warm. It's like, I don't really have anything to measure that temperature, but just imagine touching maybe your forehead. It's about that warm. On to the third and last motor. And with this, we're going to open each and every one of the motors. Because something interesting, sometimes it's not anything fails, but the brushes may move out of position. So all we'd have to do is straighten that out, and then we can try again, just in case any of these are actually damaged or not. Wow. That one didn't even need full 58 volts. It died almost instantly. It's probably the second coolest of the bunch. Well, we burnt them all. These motors are, oh yeah, they're nice and toasty. They're nice and warm. Anyways, now it's time to open them up and see what happened. And we're gonna use my trusty screwdriver for this. Unlike my last videos that I made, where I actually paused the video so as to not. Okay, I'm just stuffing it in a roll of duct tape. Just this time, I'm actually going to show you exactly the process that is opening up the motors. You just have to lift up that tab, like as shown. I'm using a thin screwdriver for that. It's hard to see, but I put my hand here as a background. You can probably see. You see what I mean? The brushes, they're fine, but they just got moved out of place. So we're gonna burn this one up again before I open any of the others. Of course, there's only one last brush left from the other side, so it should burn up quicker. And now we're just going to use another one of these motors to close those tabs up. Don't mind that, it's just my little sister asking someone for paper. So there's the first tab. Apologies if my hands are so shaky. I mean, you do have the right to get nervous, but all of this is somewhat in the name of science. There, makeshift phone holder. All right, DC motor burnout, take 2. Apologies for the sniffling. Allergies are pretty bad this year. Oh, you can't see it. There we go. Oh, ooh, that one sounded like it may have actually damaged the rotor. Again, it's still not hot. It's probably just the brushes. Moving on. This one does have a damaged brush. Not much going on in here, is there? Rotor's fine. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Oops, apologies for the camera blurring. Nope, not much going on in there. Moving on. This one already had the tabs loose. Oh, catastrophic failure. This time it was actually the commutator that failed, along with the brushes. Oh man, that's a new one. There is not a single bar left in that thing. That would explain the sparking. Holy shit, that was crazy. Oh man, look at the damage. This rotor is officially cooked. She's cooked. And now, onto this motor, which was the toughest of them all. 2 lives. Ain't that a world record? And it's still warm. Why wouldn't it be? Brushes. Damage. Ooh, this one also had a commutator fail. It's hard to tell, but that one of the bars is actually mismatched. Where is it? Here it is. Check that out and go on. I dare you to tell me that that's not a fail. If I can take it off. There, good as new. Well, this has actually been a pretty interesting burnout. Not one of the motors survived. Well, all of these rotors are perfectly serviceable, and maybe if I just replace these end caps brushes, then I guess I could probably attempt to burn them out. But this one was by far the wildest of them all. Probably due to the fact that it just spun so fast. Didn't you hear that high-pitched whining sound it made? No wonder. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And don't try this at home. Oh, what am I saying? Try this at home if you want. In fact, do it all you want. I don't care. But, pretty interesting. Thanks for watching. And have a good day. Bye-bye.